It's online Biz Real Talk, everyone, and we have an incredible subject for you today. And I have my fiance and my lovely business partner, Hasmin, and they're going to go over the subject. And we do these online Biz Real Talks to show people what we're doing in the online world and answer questions that many people are asking that want to get started in the business. So this is a perfect way for us to answer the questions and show you that we're legit, we're real, show you our testimonials of what we're doing, tell you a little bit more about how this business works. So the subject today is, do I have to reach out to people or have a large followers on social media? Okay. So we're gonna explain that today. So many people ask that question. Do I have to have a large amount of followers on social media? Do I have to reach out to others? So let's hear from Theo Vivancos. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Why don't you introduce yourself for us and let us know a little bit about the subject?
Hi everybody, my name is Tito Ivancos Hernandez. I've been in this business for about a year now, and you know, it changes your life, changes your point of view, changes many things in your life. But one of the things in this business about the subject, the subject was: do you have to reach out to people, and do you have to have a big amount of followers? No. The no is because you advertise through Facebook, through Instagram, through Google, through all the platforms in the media. Okay, and once someone sees your ad out there, they click their name, they put their name, they put their email address, and then they click the information more. And our business has a automated system that will send them about 80 messages around 40 days, um, you know, reminding them about watching the free workshop. So our business has an automatic system um, that can bring buyers. You bring your leads. It'll walk them through the buying process of our business, and that's why our business works by itself. So you don't have to call nobody and explain to them anything about the business. People ask me about the business. They say, what is the business? What is any products, any stuff? And all I gotta do is say, my business is advertising. I just gotta advertise. I don't have to tell you. I have to, we're not selling any products. We don't have products accumulated in our houses. We are not looking. We're not telling you. I'm meeting for you here because I want to sell you a product. No, all we do is advertise. And once you see our advertise, you will get your free workshop. Your free workshop will explain everything about the business, about how the business works, about what the starts in business, and um, just by watching the free workshop, you can learn just about what you want to do. Let's say you're interested in the business, and then there's more. There's a couple more steps you have to take. Yes, but those steps. This is a school academy, right? We teach people to earn online here, so we have to take our time to we're not going to disappear anywhere. We have a school academy here in this online business. I started about I'd say about 6 months ago, or more, like a year ago maybe, or they started this online academy that all the mentors and all the coaches get together and they help the new business owners. And this is not a pyramid scheme or an MLM. I mean, yeah, people say yes. Like people come up to me and they say, how's that? How's the scheme there? And I tell them, well, the scheme is it's not a scheme. Like you're thinking about, I'm making money because there's people underneath me making money. But we don't collect the money. The commissions that we get, we don't get them from the people underneath us. And in a pyramid scheme, people that come in the business under you, they will never be bigger than you. They will never be wealthier than you. They will never reach their success bigger than you. But in this business, yes. In this business, um, we don't take your commissions. We don't take people's commissions. They get commissions because it's affiliate marketing. We get commissions from affiliate. So what we do is we advertise. All we do is advertise. So it's like If I was gonna be selling in a business a products directly, then I have to be mentioning you constantly and going to your house, knocking your door. That's a lot of hassle, guys. That's a lot of hassle to go door by door to every place, look, search out for every guy. You have That's time there. The reason this business works for you and gives you the time for you to even quit your 9 to 5 is because at the same time your business goes and it runs in the back, it's making you buyers while you do your life. You have time, and you're making sales up to 5k, up to 5k, or even 6k a sale. Okay, but you're making those sales without even doing anything. Because the only thing you do is in this business, when you start this business, of course, the beginning of this business, you have to work. You have to know your business. You have to let yourself know this business, study this business, study how is the best way you're going to make money with this business. In all businesses, you need to work on something hard. So once you have your ads set up there, then you can keep them going. And so many people is like, oh, you're advertising. Oh, they say it must be paid ads. It must be, oh, I don't want to be spending the money that I make to pay ads. But I'm so gonna spend the time that I have to make the money that I don't have. So it's like, in a way, it changes your way of feeling, right? Instead of changing you know your money for time, so you're paying money for time. But now people usually pay time for money. They give their time for money. Okay. And the thing is that when you give your time for money, you'll spend and you'll make the minimum. Your paychecks are gonna be the minimum, because you're always gonna be working for someone. Okay. And it's always gonna be something that you're trading your time for because you don't have. But when you trade your money for your time, when you buy your time, say this business is buying your time. Because when you go to the 9 to 5, you are spending your time trying to get money. Okay. But when you trade your money for time, you know because my business here gives me time, because I pay money to advertise. And yes, I do. I'm spending $10 a day some days, or I'm spending sometimes, the maximum $40. But listen, okay, spend your money for time, or spend your time for money. You'll get bigger incomes by spending your money for time. Okay, because you'll get a huge income. You'll have all the time in the world. At the same time, your business is running behind you. And if you even go trade your time, you're not trading your time for money. You can go trade your time for money having this business, and that's an extra, because at the same time you're making money. And you go and you trade your time for another job like a 9 to 5, and you're making extra money, because now your time that you're doing is you're making double. Your business is making you money, and you're making extra money with the 9 to 5. But if you're a person that has a family and has kids and has things to do and wants to live life and wants to spend more time with the kids, then you're trading your time, you're trading your money for that time that you're going to have with them, meaning that you're going to be your own boss, meaning that you're going to have to uh, work in the business. How do you work in the business? Well, hey, everybody's taking pictures of the world nowadays. Everybody takes something beautiful. It's so easy to put a picture of a tree and put how beautiful it is to live this life. You know, welcome. And it's a way, I would say, if you have a life and you have to work by posting, by getting content, by doing stuff that's not more physical, that you want more time for yourself and you want a bigger you know paycheck. There's many sacrifices that people gotta do for those. Partying, that's the first one. For because I asked the other day an old lady. She said kids, that's the mentality of an old lady. Said kids at the age of like 20, they have to go out there and party. they have to go out there and go to the clubs and party and have fun and do drugs and experience, and and that's the way the system keeps us, because that's you're only gonna, when you're growing up as a teenager, you're gonna go up to you're gonna go to the parties, the clubs and stuff, but then um then you get into the psychology of learning that you don't have to learn to work every day. A paycheck, guys, is something. They use a paycheck to bribe you from becoming you into your dreams. From you living your dreams, they give you a paycheck. They bribe you with paychecks. um you guys want time? This business will give you time. Yes, it's hard. It is hard at the beginning, because and anything at the beginning that you have to put your time, it's hard. Okay, but I'll tell you once, if you keep going in this business and you are constant in this business and you just keep going, keep going, keep going, heck, it's not that hard, because in this business you have people to help you here. You have an academy to help you. You're in a school and you can lift your hand up. Excuse me, I don't know this question. We are there to help you. In this business, we're gonna be there always in a chat. You just gotta stay connected. You just gotta if you wanna change your way of life, then you have to have a hunger for it. You can't just say I want something like this and then the next day forget about it. It doesn't work like that. You want to change in life? It's like you say. It's like this. Everybody's saying it, right? You know, everybody that's getting big out there, and now they come in the internet and they start saying stuff. Why not? Why not? Andrew Tate, for example. We always talk about Andrew Tate. You know, everybody. Okay, people are sending messages out there. They're saying, get off your comfort zone. Do what you want to do. Be your own boss. There's so much stuff going around there. There's so much online businesses going on around there. Yes, there's a lot of scams. Okay, but this business, you guys know me. You guys have seen, and you know, instead of sitting down in the sidelines just watching to see what happens, don't wait. Go see it for yourself. See what you're doing. See what's take a chance in life instead of being watching from the sidelines all alone, and then criticizing and talking and judging and using the mind. Yeah. All I wanted to say, yeah, in this business, you don't have to bother nobody. You don't have to call nobody. You don't have to do nothing in this business. All you gotta do is advertise, and we teach you how to advertise. You have any questions, you'll get your questions are answered. And yeah, and this is just on these videos. You don't have to, like, if you become an online business, you don't have to come in these videos. Like, we don't make people come into these videos. This is just me, because I'm a coach, president, CEO, and that's Georgia also. She's a coach, president, CEO, and we are just trying to let people know that we are not fake. That we are out here. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. Most people that are scams out there, you can't find them. You can't find them, and or maybe you can find them right now. But when they do something, they'll just eliminate and you know close everything up. So yeah, try to make it a little short, but I think I made it too long.
That's okay. You did good. That was amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're right. You're right about getting out of your comfort zone and working on the business. And to all those who think, oh my goodness, is it going to be a boatload of money that I have to advertise with? You don't have to. You can even
No.
do free ads. I have so many business partners that literally, including myself, that literally started making so much money with just free ads because I didn't have any money for ads. And when I first started this business, I didn't have no money. Okay, let's just put it like that. I was literally in debt. And, I was afraid to spend any money that I had because I needed it for food, I needed it for bills, right? I needed it for things. And um, so I started going hard with the free advertisement. And then I got really successful. And then I started to do paid ads. So right now, Tito's paying his ads and I'm doing free ads. Let's just put it like that. Tito's, he wants to follow his dreams. He wants to do his music. He wants to hang with his brothers. He wants to do some things and he wants his money to work for him. Me, I had some extra time and I have some extra time. I'm in Spain, right? I'm chilling with the kids so I could do my little free ads and post them more every day. So, it doesn't matter where are you from or what you're doing. You can literally advertise from anywhere in the world and you don't have to reach out to people. That's what he's explaining. You can just set your ads out and your ads will bring in the client. Your ads will bring in the buyer. Your ads will make you a paycheck. Okay, your own. And I have a business partner on here, or well, actually somebody that wanted to start the business, and they're asking, we're not in that company anymore because it was a company that was affiliated with, and they changed they changed their income compensation plan. And to us, it was a no-no. We didn't see the benefit for our business partners, so we put a stop to it. Okay, Robert? Because we think about our business partners. And if there's not much money in a product, we're not going to continue with that product. So we still have the product that we had since over 6 years, and that is where the big money is. It's high-end medical grade products, and all the way from 1.4K all the way up to 5.9K sales. So we're continuously working with that. And, we make sure that we look at whatever's best for our business partners. We want them to make the most with little time. And then I have my beautiful friend, Arjuma. God bless you, Arjuma. He said, hi, my beautiful friend. She's very good in the business. I always succeed when she teaches me steps of the business. Oh, I love you. God bless you, Arjuma. That's my beautiful friend from well, she used to be in Kamloops. Now she's in Alberta. She's in Calgary. I miss you. Love you. And then we have someone watching from Toronto. Hi, God bless you. Okay, Robert, yes. Let me know if you need any help, I'll help you. Love you too. So yes, Robert, if you want, just click on the link the link here and we'll get you started, okay? So hi, Melissa. How are you, girl? One of my business partners. One day come up here and give your testimony because you're doing absolutely amazing. Super proud of you. So now we're going to go to Hasmin. She's been so patient here waiting. We talked a lot in the background beforehand, in the backstage, I should say. Welcome and thank you for hopping on here today. Why don't you introduce yourself for us? And yeah, tell us a little bit about the subject. Do I have to reach out to people or do I have to have a big follower list? Because I know you didn't. You never used to use Facebook. Okay, I'll let you take the floor.
That's wonderful. Well, hello everyone. My name is Jasmine Rodriguez, and I've been working in the business for about 8 months, and I am so happy that I took this um, step to join the business because, as Georgia was saying it a moment ago, one of the things that I learned that when I was coming into the business is that one of my worries, right, like was like, do I have to reach out to people? Do I have to be big in social media? And Georgia was just saying it a moment ago. I was not a big person in social media. I practically didn't even have a picture of myself in my Facebook page or Instagram. Like I don't think I even had an Instagram account. I mean, everything I've been learning through this business training, and that's one of the things that I love about this business, that provide me the training, the step by step, which has made me very comfortable, since the beginning. That's one of the things, right? When I joined the business, I was not, and I won't say I am a tech savvy, but I definitely know a lot more that I knew when I started, right? But having the tools provided to me, the training step by step, working for the companies, as Ciro was saying it a moment ago, we are an affiliate marketing. That's was an A+ for me, because one thing that I was, when I was exploring to work online, I was like, I don't want to be a person that will be selling products door to door. I just knew that I was not a type of person who really wanted to do that. And I understand how important it is, my time as a mom, as a wife. I'm also very active, at my church group. I know the value of time. And I was like, I just don't want to spend my time, in something else, because my time is needed in these other areas of my life. So knowing the structure of the business made me really want to join in, because I knew that I didn't have to bother people, making phone calls, going door to door to sell products. I mean, like you said it a moment ago, Georgia, I was not knowing much in the online world, in social media. So I've been, little by little growing, and just being able to set my ads, um, is bringing people in to buyers, right? They want to know what I'm doing. They're interested in knowing, what the business is about. And that's then there's when I start communicating with people, because they want to know what we're doing, what is the business about, how does this work. So then, yes, the communication's there. But the good thing is that I didn't even have to bug my family. I didn't have to go after them. I didn't have to go after my friends. I didn't have to go, in my neighborhood to offer my business. The nice thing is now that I will stop with my neighbors, and they will ask me what you're doing these days, right? So I say, hey, well, I'm this and I'm this, and I'm also a online business owner. Oh, what is all that about, right? So that's how conversations start, and that's how I communicate, and they want to know, right? And some like join in because they want to know what I'm doing, and that's the beautiful thing of this business, that um, like I said, I didn't want it to be bugging people, and this business provides that for me, like the peace of mind that I don't have to be after people. Ciro was saying it, and you had said it in previous Biz talks, Georgia. We don't, it's like we're not in this business with the pressure, like you have to feel, like a certain communication with people, or you have to bring in a certain amount of buyers or people to the business, otherwise then you won't succeed. No, my business works at, you know it's working in the background with automation, which is a wonderful thing. I have learned that's a wonderful thing in this business. Like, I can just live my life as a mom. I can enjoy my time. I can be at church, and people's coming in the business, in the background. It's so lovely to come and check on my phone and seeing, like I was out and about a while ago, and I was just checking my phone. I was checking my business, and then I noticed there were two new inquiries, and I'm like, oh my Lord, thank you. I was so happy to see that my business, right? My automation, my system in the background is doing the legwork, is doing what it has to do for me while I'm not present. And that's one thing that it's I know it's making my business succeed, right? It's helping me out. I have this wonderful assistant, my system in the background. And yes, I didn't have to have tons of followers so people could know, right? And even people who's not following me in social media are coming in through my ads. And that's the nice thing, because now, because of what I'm doing, then people's coming in, and they're asking to join. They ask for friendship. They want to know what I'm doing, and then we just take the time and explain. um and many of them, they're just ready for something like me. When I was like, I said it in other times, I was looking for plan B. That's how this opportunity came to me, right? I even share it in the past. I pray to God, God show me show me the door that I need to go through in order, to help my husband more at home. And this opportunity came to me. It just one day came to my door, and I just did my due diligence. I did what I had to do. I did my research about the business, and all I can say is that I couldn't ask for anything better. this business has provided me not just, it's not just money, it's knowledge. Now, like I said it a moment ago, I'm not the same person that I was 8 months ago. Now I have more knowledge. Now, I have learned of my coach, Georgia. I have learned from zero. I had to step out of my comfort zone. Being here, it's stepping out of my comfort zone, right? And this is one of the things that I love about this business is putting me out there. People's getting to know me, and this is how I know that my business will keep growing. And I'm so blessed. I could just say that if anybody is interested, you don't have to worry. You want to join in, you don't have to worry. You don't have to be a tech savvy person. You don't have to have experience in the business, because I didn't even have experience in the business. All you have to have is the will, right? Wanting to succeed. You got to be coachable. That's one of the important things, with this business. Like I said, the training is provided, so we're guided step by step, and we just got to put, a few hours, whatever time you have available in your business. You'll be growing. I know our coach Georgia here is always helping us, even to set up our ads. I mean, that's how I started. And I'm learning from the best. All that, this is all I can say. And I'm very blessed, because I'm seeing how my business is growing. I'm seeing, my mindset has changed. It's a lot of good, positive changes in my life. And I know that this is happening to me. It can happen to anybody who wants to step out of the comfort zone, anybody who's willing to learn. And nowadays, right, the future is in the online world. And that's one of the reasons that I decided to step in this business, because just having a business, a brick and mortar business, I did my due diligence how much it really costs, which is a huge cost that I know I couldn't keep up with. And when this opportunity came, I'm like, wow, this is really something that I think I can do. And I'm glad that I'm here, because I'm doing it. And I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud to say that I am a online business owner. I'm so happy. And I say it so proudly when I speak to someone, who doesn't know me, and they want to know. They want to know. And I'm blessed. I'm blessed with this business, is all I can say. And I would like to say something in Spanish too, if that's okay. So, a todos los que están viendo este video, quisiera yo hacerles una invitación, y si están interesados en tener ya sea un plan B financiero, esta es una gran oportunidad. Como todos sabemos, hoy en día el futuro está en un trabajo, en un negocio en línea. Hoy en día muchos ya no tienen ni que dejar su casa para ir a trabajar, y eso yo creo que sería lo mejor para las que somos madres. En este caso, yo ya lo estoy haciendo, gracias a Dios. Decidí salir de esa mentalidad de que me iba a quedar atorada en algo del horario de 9 a 5. No, gracias a Dios le doy, porque llegó esta oportunidad a mí hace aproximadamente 8 meses. Y lo que yo puedo decir es nada negativo, todo es positivo. He aprendido y sigo aprendiendo a través de mi negocio, estoy creciendo, gracias a Dios. No tuve que ser una experta en tecnología, no tenía que tener experiencia. Este negocio se nos provee el entrenamiento paso a paso. Todo lo que necesitamos es tener un teléfono o una computadora, una conexión a internet, el deseo de aprender, de crecer, y sé que eso a cualquiera nos puede ayudar a crecer en este negocio y tener, ¿verdad? Esa seguridad financiera. Sé que hoy en día allá afuera nada es seguro. Yo tengo colegas, compañeros que hoy estuvieron trabajando hace un tiempo y de repente he hablado con ellos y ya no tienen trabajo, perdieron su trabajo y no tenían un plan B y se la están pasando muy oscuras. So, yo creo que todos tenemos oportunidades y esta es una buena oportunidad. Así que si estás listo para el cambio, quieres algo diferente, quieres trabajar desde la comodidad de tu casa, esta es la respuesta. Créelo, es algo que no solo vas a tener un negocio, sino te va a ayudar en una manera, en tu manera de pensar va a cambiar. Vas a tener apoyo de una coach, en este caso, Coach Georgia o Coach Zero, y tenemos una comunidad global donde tenemos el apoyo mutuo y estamos siempre todos buscando el progreso mutuo. Aquí no tenemos competencias, aquí todos somos una familia, aquí todos nos damos la mano y estamos listos para crecer y apoyarnos. Así que los dejo y si están interesados, solo presionen en el link y allí tendrán más información acerca del negocio. Regreso contigo, Coach Georgia.
I wanted to say something there.
Claro, Ciro.
Bueno, chicos, pues todo lo que habéis escuchado, esta es una persona que habla español, ¿vale? Y como veis, este negocio vale para la gente que habla español, la gente que habla inglés, la gente que habla chino, la gente que habla de todos los lados del mundo. Porque en este negocio, a ver, está bien aprender lo básico, porque lo que vas a hacer es, vas a hacer dinero en otros países. Tú estás, por ejemplo, estás en España y tú quieres ganar dinero, quieres meterte en esto de aquí y estás en España, ¿vale? Tú no vas a estar publicando tus publicaciones en España. Tú las vas a publicar en Canadá y en Estados Unidos, ¿vale? Entonces estás haciendo dinero de un país diferente, ¿vale? Y aparte lo tienes todo enseñado. Todo te lo enseñamos. Hacemos vídeos y te lo enseñamos todo cómo funciona. Esto de aquí no es ilegal, no es una pirámide, no es una MLM, no es lo que pensáis que os va a meter en la cárcel, que esto de aquí os da problemas, no. Nos pagan con cheques y nos dan para hacer las taxas también. Así que no es nada ilegal, no es nada que te pueda meter en problemas. Lo que sí que es una inversión de vida, una inversión de por vida, porque primero es un Ferrari para el cuerpo y segundo, el tiempo que tienes tú ahora mismo trabajando al 9 al 5 o en España del 7 al 7, del 7 de la mañana hasta las 7 de la tarde, que la gente hace eso, puedes estar nada más pagando tu dinero para conseguir tiempo. ¿Sabes qué quiere decir? En vez de irte a salir a tomarte algo por ahí, te compras un cubata y te cuesta $15 el cubata, pues tú puedes meter $15 en un advertising, que estás en una publicación, en tu negocio, le metes $15 en esa publicación y esa publicación te viene de comprador y te da $1,480 de una venta que haces. Puedes subir, empezar de 1,480 hasta $5,900 la venta. La que saco yo ahora mismo. Yo me saco $5,900 la venta. ¿Vale? Jasmina se saca 14,40, ¿no? Creo que es 1,240 la venta. Vale, empiezas con esa venta. ¿Qué otro negocio tienes que te dé una venta tan grande al empezar el negocio en 2 semanas, 3 semanas, y tú le pones el trabajo suficiente para el negocio que funcione? No muchos negocios. Y mira, la gente piensa que yo estoy aquí, yo me he vuelto más rico porque estoy con Georgia y que todo me la ha dado y que gracias a ella yo estoy aquí, pero bueno, es verdad, bueno, puede decir que medio de las cosas son verdad. No como vosotros habéis visto, porque yo me he estado metiéndome en cada coaching call que he tenido y he estado ahí. Todos los días he visto a Giorgio trabajar en el negocio, así que yo he aprendido el negocio, lo he aprendido muy bien, antes de incluso hacer el training. Pero lo que pasa es que no es así, porque yo tengo mi negocio y Giorgio tiene su negocio. Somos dos negocios diferentes. Mi negocio no está combinado con el negocio de Georgia ahora. Ahora, antes Georgia se pagaba sus ads, sus advertising, y ella se ganaba el dinero, ganaba como $80,000 al mes, ¿vale? Ahora ya está, como tiene más tiempo y tiene dinero, porque ha ganado dinero con este negocio, pues ahora ¿a qué se dedica? Se dedica pues a no a gastar tanto dinero y trabajar en las publicaciones en Facebook, en Instagram, en cosas así. Yo, cuando yo tengo un poquito más de dinero ahora, pues ahora voy a trabajar yo en conseguir dinero. Pues que me estoy gastando un dinero al día me gasto como $10 al día, $300 al mes en ganar $10.000. Son cambio $300 y los cambio por $10.000. Y después de los $10.000, cojo $2.000, los meto en publicaciones y me gano otros $20.000. Y luego de los $20, y así funciona. Funciona. ¿Por qué? Porque tú pones una ad en una plataforma, en Google, o en Facebook, o en Instagram, o en YouTube, y lo ve todo el mundo, todo el mundo. Y estás en España y estás ganando dinero de Canadá, estás ganando dinero de todos lados, gente, y es interesante porque ese negocio funciona. Y la gente me sigue viendo, sigue estando ahí puestos y sigue estando ahí y a ver qué pasa con Tiro y a ver, mira, y yo, joder, pues sí, ahí sigue, pero ¿qué hará? Esperar un poquito más, esperar un poquito más. Bueno, esperar, adelante, yo os doy todo el camino que puedes estar, os voy a comprar una silla para que os sentéis ahí y os voy a comprar las palomitas para que me veáis, porque yo del caballo no me bajaré. Y yo de aquí adelante hasta, hasta hacer lo que yo quiero con ese negocio. Con ese negocio te va a sacar de gastarte tu dinero, de gastarte tu tiempo por dinero, que es lo más importante del mundo. No gastes tu tiempo por dinero. Es una nueva regla. No gastar tu tiempo por dinero. Hay que gastar dinero para comprar tiempo. ¿Cómo haces eso? Pues con este negocio, nene. That's it, Georgia.
You talk really fast in Spanish.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? Wow. Do you usually talk this fast in Spanish?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot to translate. Okay, you're right about everything. And pretty much everybody, what he said in English, he said it, and he's just repeated in Spanish about not trading your time and all the good
You're a
stuff.
very smart woman.
Oh, thank you. It took me a lot to try to translate that. Hasmin, I could understand better. She takes the time. But what I want to say um, to this subject and to everything that you and Hasmin has been saying is that it's super simple. You don't need to bug people. You don't need to have that big followers. Just like they're saying, you don't need to spend $1 million to advertise. Okay, you can spend $10 in one day and get a buyer and make a couple thousand from that buyer. Like that's how quick I had buyers, and maybe sometimes it took me a little bit more money, sometimes it took me a little less, but the commissions are very high in this business. We're not going to give you false hope. We're not going to say you're going to get in here and be rich one day. No, you have to work on your business. But the thing is there's so many people out there that's working on their jobs and they're never getting higher than where they are every single day. And that's where a lot of people seem to mess up with this business because they come into the business and they're like, oh well, I haven't got my $5,000 paycheck in the first couple weeks, or I'm not where you are and I've only been in the business for a month or two. You can't. Your works are depends on your successes. And even though Theo is saying you don't got to do much in this business, you just let the business run for you and you do your ads. Well, in the beginning, just like he said, you have to put your time and effort into it. And then you grow your business. All of a sudden, your ads bring in your leads and then they turn into buyers and everything starts going. Okay. Because the great thing about our email campaign, and that's the automated system, that's the sales funnel, is it keeps reminding people to buy in. It keeps reminding them. So even if they don't buy in right away, they're going to. Okay. And what's good thing is these people start to follow your business page and they start to see your free ads. And then they remember, oh, I need to buy into that. I need to check this out. So that's where we teach you. We teach you smart. We're like, okay, so you want your paid ad to keep going? Well, we're going to show you how to invite them to your page and just keep posting free stuff too on there. So they can see you're real, so they can remember your business, so they can remember the product. Okay. We teach you in a very smart way, okay, to continue to grow your business. And we have nothing to hide, right? We, as successful business partners, will teach the beginners the same thing we know. We're not going to keep it to ourselves and say, oh, well, it's working for us, don't tell anybody. No, we want to succeed together. We're growing together. Okay. A lot of people ask me, what's in it for you? Why do you want to help me? Like, but what do you get out of it? Well, this company pays me big bonuses if my business partners make sales. So I don't take any of your money, but we get these really nice incentives that will help, in so many different things in our life. Okay. So not only is it in our best interest to help you, but also we're trained to help you. We're trained to create your ads. We're trained to make you successful. Okay. The company we're affiliated is super smart, and their business and the compensation plan is incredible. Okay. And they know what they're doing. They know to offer us bonuses. They know to offer us incentives because we want to hit those sales volumes. We want to, go ahead and only grow more, but they're not quotas. Okay. It's not like you only have a time frame that you got to reach a quota in a sales. No, that's what I love about this business. That's why it's not an MLM. You can literally grow at any pace and never lose your rank, never lose your position, never lose making that whatever 5K a sale, 4K a sale. Once you're there, you're there. Okay. Even if you like, oh, I shut my business down, turn off ads, don't even want to look on social media. If I got a buyer, I don't even know what happens. Then you can go back to your business and still make that 4K a sale. You won't lose anything. You can go away for a year. My advice is not to do that. Just put an ad. If you get super busy, put an ad up and say, Georgia, I'm going to be a little busy, and I'll make sure you get your sales. I'll tell you, okay, you got a sale coming in. Go ahead, fill out the paperwork, so we can sign that contract for you. So I guess I'll go a little bit here. I'll introduce myself. So my name is Georgia Williams. I'm a coach, president, and CEO, and I have 5 beautiful children. Tito, the guy who's making these faces and kissing me, he's my fiance, and he's a handful. What can I say? No, he's great. This business actually really benefited our relationship a lot. It actually brings us together on so many ways because our success keeps on growing and we have things to celebrate. And then we find ourselves reconnecting and growing even more every time our business grows. So we have 2 separate businesses actually. And I love what Tito used to say. He would say, Georgia gets 5 streams of income and I get 5 streams of income. And together we have 10 streams of income. And it's true. So anybody out there, you could start this business and then your partner, your loved one could start the business, even your daughter, and you can make an incredible income together and blow to the top, because that's what we have been doing. I succeeded a lot in this business when I finally realized the key to this success is a positive mindset and believing and receiving. That was a big one for me. And I know it sounds like whatever fairy tale and, hippie or whatever, but it's the truth. As soon as I started to see that, if I believe and if I just go ahead and just put my time and effort into it and keep believing, it's going to all pan out. It's all going to work. So mindset is key into this business. But the thing is when I first started this business, I thought that I needed a big follower list, or I thought like I'd look on other people's businesses pages and see, oh my goodness, that's why they're successful. They have a lot of followers, or maybe they're good at social media, or maybe they're better at schooling, or maybe they're reaching out to people. Maybe I should try networking. All of that didn't even work for me. What worked was a good ad. That's the God's honest truth. Having faith, praying, thanking God in advance for which I so desired, and having a really good ad. So I now know, because I tested and trialed so many ads, I know what a good ad is. And I set all my business partners up with really good ads, and they succeed. They get buyers, they get leads. So, and how it all works is you literally have a website being created by our tech team, and that's all together. When you sign up, you get all of that. You don't have to pay a monthly fee for our tech team, for the sales funnel continuously working. And then when somebody sees your ad that we've created for you, or that you created, or that we create together, somebody clicks on it and they're walked through the buying process. Our system walks through the buying process. So that's how it kind of works. And and from there, you would post on your business page. Make sure people want to see you're real, you're legit. So if you think about it, I keep going on these little sites and buying the kids' clothes and stuff. I'm careful to see if these sites are real. So I'll look to see what the reviews are, right? I'll look to see if these sites are real. I'll find them on Facebook. I see they have a normal things being posted. I see good reviews and I feel comfortable to buy in. I know that I'll get the clothes that I'm purchasing for the babies. Same thing like this business. Okay, we don't sell clothes. Okay, we sell way higher end products that convert very high revenue. But what I'm saying is you need to make sure your social media is good with the posting, or you need to make sure you do these little things. But you don't have to get followers. See, the thing is, when somebody sees your ad, they're going to go take a peek at your YouTube channel. They're going to take a peek at your Facebook page. They're going to take a peek at your Instagram, wherever you decide to advertise. If you're like, oh, I don't know how to do YouTube or all this, that just scared you, because I know it scared me. Don't worry, we're going to set you up. Our training is going to set you up. Don't worry. But whatever platform you want to advertise on, we're going to help to create you, and the training is going to help to create you, and you just follow the steps to how to create those pages and how the ad will just literally run from that page. Okay. But on that page, you post some stuff every so often. Okay. So you don't have to reach out to people. You don't have to network. It's actually frowned upon. It's like, if anybody hears you're reaching out to people to try to, get them to buy the product or get them to start the business, everybody's like, why are you doing that? We have a system that runs for us. You look so scammy and shady. Like, that's the way we think. We don't tell any of our business partners to do that. See, the thing is this company is a very classy, high-end company, and there's even privacy policies where we don't post our products on the page, because the company doesn't want to be known that it's only for affiliate marketing. The company wants to be known for their product. That's how amazing this company is. It wants to be known. I have a product that's going to change people's lives, that's going to make them healthy, that's going to make them cured, or whatever the case may be. This is our product. And it's a very high-end product, and it's 6 gold seals. Okay, it's been tested and tried. They want to be known for that. Okay, right now, on this live, we're known for helping people to earn online right now. We're helping you. We are online business coaches and mentors. Hasmin is a mentor, and she helps people to earn online. Okay, and she also has her ad running in the background that's going to bring her in buyers. So we have a beautiful comment for you too, Hasmin, if you can see that. You look absolutely stunning. Like I said backstage to you, you're beautiful. And we have another one, Viva la Latinos. And he's from, are you from what is it, Angleton, Texas?
And very close to where I live.
Yeah, that's close to where you live, huh?
Yeah, very close.
This is one of my good friends.
Check the business out.
He's been following me for a long time. So maybe if you need some advice or you need some help, you can reach out to Hasmin Al. Robert, all right, go do that. Follow that link and I'll message you after, Robert. Message me on Facebook. I know you're Facebook friends with me. And Al, you've been saying this for a year, 2 years now. He's been looking into, I'll start. You're one of those that are watching. You could have been very wealthy by now, because I know your mindset, Al. Yeah, his mindset is money. He said, yeah, south of Houston, about 30 minutes. Yeah. Do you know, I don't know if I told you, Hasmin, but I know I haven't really talked much with you, Al, but I used to live in Dallas, Texas when I was young. So how far would Dallas, Texas be from you guys? Houston was like what?
From Houston, it's about 4 hours, somewhere.
4 hours?
Yeah.
That far. Wow. Well, yeah. I really liked it, Dallas. It was sure beautiful. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for your comments. We'll be more than happy to get you started. And to those that have been watching for a long time, you might see a big change in my life since where I was 2 years ago, which Al, and where I am now. And don't wait. Don't wait. But don't start and then just throw the business to the side because you're going to be wasting your time. Don't wait. But when you do get started, take some time out for the business. And if you are right now working a 9 to 5 and you're super busy and you think you don't have time, don't worry. We'll set you up really quick with an ad because that's what I did with a lot of my business partners.
Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
And if you are okay with trading your time for the rest of your life for money, then hey, have try to make good big paychecks like that and stuff. And but like always, they're gonna say the boss is gonna buy himself a new truck. The boss is gonna buy himself a new house. The boss is gonna have everything, and you're just gonna keep working those extra hours every day until you're 80 years old. And when you're 80 years old and you spent all your life going to parties and drinking alcohol and doing all this stuff, and then just passing time because you had free time off your trading time for money. You spend all your money that you get for all that time, and then you have to trade it again. Yeah, let me know how that feels, and if you ever want to change something, you get yourself going into an online world like this business. Amazing, it changes your life. So that's what it is. Tiro y bancos all the way.
Yeah, well, definitely your life changed big time since starting this business. And I seen from you having that mindset um, to like you have to work so hard because you were brought up like that, right? You talk a lot about that, the way your mother had 5 kids, and it was just her always
Wait,
taking
Georgia,
care of
sorry.
herself. Yeah.
Sorry, it feels like someone's throwing plates around. I wonder, is that your kid? Who is it?
Oh yeah, you can hear that.
Who is it?
So what I was gonna say is like you used to think that you had to work so hard to earn, right? And and then
Yeah,
when you came into this business, you start talking about how and you started even telling your family like, listen, you don't have to work like a dog and break your back. You don't. We
yeah.
found business.
The thing is, it's true. Sorry to cut you off. Could I please speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was
Yeah, go
gonna,
ahead.
I was gonna say, see, people say that I like, oh, now that I have online business, um, that I have to be on the online business constantly. That I have to be, you know, uh, but that's the thing. They always gotta say something negative on what you do. I mean, we can say, oh, that you spend 8 hours a day in work. You want to spend like that for the rest of your life. You want to retire one day. You want to get your pension, and then you get like $1,000 from the government. That's your pension because you've been working all your life. You gave all his time, and at the same time, people say, well, but you have this business now that you have to be constantly looking at it all day and being, and so that means that you're running your business 24 hours a day. I say, yes, but I'm not trading freaking 12 hours of my time to go somewhere and be told what to do for my whole life. But I can spend 24 hours on my phone. I don't really spend 24 hours on my phone on the business. No. I have an ad running, guys, and that ad brings me the buyers. That ad brings me the people. See, we don't ask questions to people in this business, guys. People come up and they ask us questions. We are here to give answers. And if you're gonna be in this business, that's what you're gonna be here for, to give answers, but not to give answers of stuff that you don't know. To give answers of stuff that we are gonna teach you to learn, and you'll be a pro at it. And once you're a pro at it, you'll be like, wow, I want to tell these people about it because this is actually working. And that's what we have in a way. If I actually intended to go and tell my family about it, it's because I said it could work out. We're a bunch of people here, and if we all work together in this, we could make it because there's a lot of money in here. But people in this system, in this world, they rather see it to believe it. And I'll tell you a message that I said not long ago. If you always say to yourself, I will not see, if I don't see it, I will never believe it. That's the mind of here, the people in the system. If I don't see it, I will never believe it. And that's the truth. You will never see it until you believe it. So that means you got to start believing first before seeing it. You have to believe it's there before you start seeing it, because you'll never see it. You're always going to be trapped in your soul mind, in your own thing, never believing, oh, there's no aliens. I've never seen an alien. Then there's no aliens. But what if you start believing that there's aliens? I guess maybe one day you'll probably see an alien. Or I don't know. You don't believe in God, but you know something is up there. And you start believing, and you start seeing things happen to you. You start saying to yourself, I believe that there's something up there that is watching, and there's love, and then you start giving more, and you start believing, and then things start happening around you. I believe I found something new, guys. It's great, and I know the meaning of it. Repent, 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 repent. When you repent, you will get what you ask for. When you repent, God will give you a way for you to learn how to ask for money, wealth, things, cars, family, whatever you ask, whatever you put in the universe, it'll bring it to you. I found that not long ago. You know what I do now? I repent. You know what repenting is? I undo what I used to do. I Instead of throwing garbage in the floor now, I always see garbage in the floor and I pick it up and I put it in the garbage. Instead of throwing my like if I used to smoke or whatever, throw my cigarette butts in the ground, I pick up my cigarette butts and I put them somewhere else or wherever you do. You start changing, you start repenting. That's great. It makes me feel good. Every time you get closer to love, you get closer to life. And what made it all happen? Oh, too much time in my hands. And you know what how? Because I got time. I got time to do whatever I want. I got time to choose my future. I got time to do what I want. Sorry. All yours, baby. 1 minute.
You're doing amazing. And yeah, repenting is about asking, repenting is, pretty much asking for forgiveness for what you've done. And then what you're doing is you're making restitution. So now you repent it, but now you're making restitution. You're doing good after repent it. So that's amazing. And you're so right. A lot of people think that, they won't see anything change in their life. They know God, but yeah, that's a little testimony of mine. As soon as I turned Christian, a lot of amazing things happened, and I never let go of God's hand. He'll never let go of your hand. You might let go of His hand. Okay, I know this is not something here for for a Christian
Well,
Bible study, but he'll never let go of your hand. He'll always be with you. You just got to pay attention to the signs.
the thing is, I found out also, guys, is that I never believed whatsoever. My family never taught us anything about God, nothing. Okay, and I've never been baptized. Never, I don't ever did the church things, right? Maybe a little bit with Georgia. But the thing is that when I started believing, even though I never knew nothing about God, but when I started believing, I'll tell you, man, things has happened to me,
Amen.
and I'll tell you right now, things have happened to me that they are unexplainable, and it was something that I asked, but in a way I wanted something, but in a way I didn't ask for it. I wanted something from someone or whatever, but I didn't. I kept on doing what I was doing. I accepted it. In a way, it just came to me, and it was given to me, and it was amazing. And it happens to me every day, more and more and more, because I'm learning how to ask for things to the universe,
Amen.
and we will make it. Like people, I'm becoming spiritual or something. I don't know,
Amen. Well,
something's
you
going.
know what? That's what happens to a lot of people. Something hits them and it changes them. And this business has changed so many people's lives. And look at Tito. He's not only has his business changed his life, but something's touching him. Because
That just touching me.
he's having time on his hands to get more closer to God. And we're coming up on 60 minutes here. So I'll direct anybody, if they want to know more about this business, just hit the link in this post and add your name and email, and we'll send you our free workshop. So thank you all. God bless you. And thank you, Hasmin, for coming on today. See you on the other side. Bye.
Bye.